You guys can see the spot up there. So that's what we're working with. Still fighting some fuel issues, but here is the cars and everything. So I found a spot. We're gonna go take them to the new location, get these things dropped, and we'll go from there. Like I said, still fighting the fuel issues, but we have about 31 minutes to get there, so let's go. After all that effort of working on the fuel system, everything, I drove home yesterday almost fine, and it started acting up about 30 minutes from the house. And now it's the same exact way. I put a load on it, and look at that. Look at all the white smoke. Just wait. And black, and now it's blue. Look at that. So yeah, fuel pressure issues are great. I'm getting a lift pump for this thing. I'm gonna try to get one today, actually. I'm gonna call them now and see if I can't get a lift pump. I dumped the suspension last night and forgot to put air in it this morning, and I just kind of left. Wow, is this ride rough. Always, yeah. I'm like on the bump stops. You can feel it. And PA roads are not very comfortable for anybody that's been in PA. All right, she be parked. Drop this thing off on Tuesday morning. And then we got another one booked from Philadelphia. Be home Tuesday. And then we'll drop Wednesday. Look at this thing. Goodness gracious. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go hopefully work on the white truck, but I'm gonna go to the shop first. We'll see what they're doing there. All right, so I'm heading home now. I'm just gonna go home, enjoy a nice lunch, and then we'll go back out. I wanted to do stuff with the white truck this weekend, but goodness, it's cold. It's 21 right now and windy, so that's pretty brutal. Still working on some of the fuel issues, so we're trying to go through, diagnose. Nobody was open for the, like where I usually get my fuel pumps at. They were not there. Someone made mention I could have clogged the fuel filter by now. That is a possibility. I'm gonna check the screen as well. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna keep diagnosing. That one of the fittings was still leaking, so I'm assuming it could be sucking air from there as well, which would make sense. But now I'm driving. I'm going home now. I'll check it when I get home and see. But I also forgot to mention. So yeah, that's weird. So my first day driving as a hotshot, that company that I originally picked up for accused me of hitting their car, okay? He waited like 2 days to tell me about that, because it was Wednesday when it happened, and it was Friday when he told me. So that was kind of suspicious right there. It threw me off. But at the same time, it was Thursday when I actually got backed into by a completely separate car. It was a silver car that backed into me with a black bottom portion of the bumper. So twice this week. And guys, for anybody saying, hey, I should have got his insurance or this and that, I am avoiding anything to do with insurance claims. I like how cheap my insurance is. That guy did not get my information, and they have cameras there to see what happened. So if he wanted to throw something up, you could very clearly see that we talked. So if anything were to happen, but I wish that first lot would have had cameras. That would have just proved anything. The video was basically to tell you guys how to avoid insurance fraud, because I've been hit with insurance fraud before too. I was cruising with their trailer and a wheel bearing went out, and that is the responsibility of the owner when they're gonna ship something, to make sure that stuff is in good condition. And they were actually able to get it to go through insurance. Luckily not in my name. One manager back then, when I was kind of like moving my stuff away from them, they, get into gear, ended up letting it go through. So, and they didn't fight it well enough. I'm like, whatever. Luckily it didn't affect my insurance, but even still, that's not something that's covered. So again, insurance fraud is everywhere. Insurance fraud is everywhere with these people. Not on my watch. Gonna have cameras from now on, because that is insane. But yeah, so let's get home, eat some lunch, and either go to the white truck or to the CRV. CRV's done, by the way, for sale. $2 grand, come get it now. Engine, I post that up for $1,000. Come get it now, I need it gone. All right, so he just got the transmission fixed. Let's see. I'm gonna drive this thing. All right, now we're gonna be driving it home. I forgot my GoPro, but yeah, we're gonna drive it home. Shouldn't have any issues because it ran great before, so. All right, white truck. We're gonna be talking about that and start cleaning this thing out, because I wanna start working on it before I send it off to store it. Guys, A lot of this stuff in here. I need that sold. It is a 273D transfer case with an electronic motor, 500 bucks. Come take it, works great. Never got to use it. I bought it from CMP Automotive, but I need that gone. So besides that, I'm gonna start cleaning some of this stuff out. I would like to, at some point, it's not my truck idling, someone over there's got a semi idling. Why is that not open? Ugh. I don't know what's going on with this one. Open. Oh, it's frozen, that's why. Okay, but yeah, so at some point I would like to start cleaning this thing out and then prepping it like to start prepping this thing to actually get it going and get it cleaned. So to do that, I'm gonna put like the intercooler, the radiator, all that stuff back in the front. We're gonna try to source out a bumper for it because I don't have a bumper, I don't have headlights. The mirrors are gonna get replaced at some point. Like, I'm gonna start chipping away at this thing little by little, but it's definitely gonna take me at least a year to get this thing done where I want it. And I know I'm very indecisive with this, okay? So I talked about doing basically this, but with this truck since it's a two-wheel drive. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know what? We are making this a dedicated hauler truck. So obviously it's gonna have a mattress in the back. I've got the sleeper all set up. Everything's already built for the sleeper. So I'm like, I'm trying to sell the bed. I almost sold it the other day. I said 800 bucks was the lowest I'd take. He wanted to do 700. I said, no, I can't do 700. But if I can get this bed sold for 800 bucks, I need to get the exhaust off. I was offered money for that the other day. I hope I didn't delete his number, but I'm gonna sell the whole exhaust. I think it was either 200 or 250 bucks. But I'm thinking we're either gonna do mega cab flares or we're gonna do bedless with the CM flatbed style with like the over fenders with the mud flat. I kind of like those CMs, but they're like 4,500 bucks, so I'm not gonna do that. But I may just do that, like build one. So I don't know. Do we go bedless or do we do mega cab flares? Because those are my two options. 100%, there's nothing else that I was gonna choose from. But yeah, so I wanna get the bed cleaned out first. And then I need to go over all of this stuff at some point. Man, there's a lot of stuff in there. And it is freezing. So yeah, let's just start chipping away. I'll give you guys a time lapse. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I can't wait to start building this thing out because I'm super excited about it. It's low. And yeah, I don't know. But also, if I do the no bed thing, I would absolutely get a semi fifth wheel hitch instead of one of these. So that would happen. But yeah, between deciding those things, we'll see. Nothing is set in stone. This is all just ideas. I'm just brainstorming. I treat you guys like friends. I'm just telling you guys what I'm gonna do one way or the other. Whether that idea is stupid or not, we'll see. So let's get the time lapse set up. Let's get this bed cleaned out. All right, so you guys can see we're making a little bit of a dent. I gotta rip up this carpet, but goodness, it is cold. And it's supposed to snow tomorrow. So I figure if there's gonna be any day I do this, it's gonna be today. So, oh man, these side steps are gonna be for sale too. I believe, if you guys look, these are the good steps. I ain't letting these go for cheap. They go from the door, the other door, and the back of the bed. Look at this. Look at that. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. So the third step comes right back here and you can stand right here. So anybody wants them, for sale. Engine crane is also for sale. Probably sell the bed crane as well. Just super cheap. I just want to get rid of this shit. I don't have a need for it. I don't have room for it. Oh man, this was brand new. We bought that back when Alex was getting, I think we were pulling an engine in his F-150. So we did that. You can see there's still fluid in the T-case because right there, so buy that T-case. That's 500 bucks firm. These, I don't know, make an offer on these things. So getting there. Here's the old snorkel. Fender flares might be for sale. I don't know yet. We'll see. Start throwing this shit in the bed. All right, it is cold. Oof. All right, here's where we're at. So only the big stuff is left. I'm gonna start trying to grab some of this stuff and put it in here. But whatever is scrap is gonna get scrapped. There's trash. Obviously tires need to go. Yeah, there was, I don't know what this fitting was, but there was 2 of those. You guys see it looks like a brake fitting. But there's that, and I might try to grab this engine hoist. This is gonna stay because this is going back in here at some point. Lines. So yeah, a lot of that stuff. I want to get this whole thing cleaned out before I decide to let it sit for a while. I just want it cleaned. I need this bed gone. 800 bucks firm on the bed. I won't take 700 because I already had it sold for 700. So 800 bucks firm. T-case, get it all. So I gotta find the amplifier in this thing too, because apparently there's one of those. But once it warms a little bit, obviously not this week, because I was gonna take it to New Jersey and drop it off over there this week, but it's too cold. I'd like to put all that stuff in the front end. God, everything's frozen. See all this? So I want to get all this cleaned out. Anything that's going to stay with it can go. Probably put the motor mounts back in place. Things like that. Tools, I'll figure out what I need to get rid of, what I need to sell. What is this? ATF. Oh man, I should have had that for my CRV. I just bought 2 quarts. So, but yeah, it'll come. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It's ugly. It's dirty. Whatever. Let me grab that exhaust. Might try to grab that actually. Let's get this hood. You guys, let's see what's under the hood of this thing. Oh, it's supposed to, goodness. It's supposed to, I don't know why I just did that. There's no latch on it, I don't think. Did I put a latch? I did. So, you guys can see what's all in here. I was wondering what I did with some of the bolts, but yeah, so get her cleaned out. Shouldn't be too bad. Need to get that exhaust. These don't work all the greatest, but if I can grab that exhaust, I wish this hood would stay up. Whatever. But I'll let him know that I'm gonna grab it for him because 200 bucks. So one thing, guys, any of the money that I get from this stuff, I'll put this at the end of the video so the fiance doesn't see it. Any of the money that I get from this stuff, like the CRV selling, the engine, the transmission, all that stuff right now, because I'm gonna be building this a year down the road, all of that money's going into either shit coins or Bitcoin. So I need to catch up on my investing, and that's where I'm putting anything that's savings right now, is going into that. I've actually completely got rid of my savings account, and goodness, it's cold. Sorry, you gotta look at that. But yeah, I got rid of my savings account completely. I have 2 checking accounts left. And basically I keep $5,000 in both checking accounts. One for the bills and one for the business stuff. So that's my logic, that's $10,000. And pretty soon, I'll be getting a credit card, and I'll just run the credit card through the month. Try to get like something with a decent limit. Basically just pay it off every single month is the goal. But first, I need to get debt free. So any of the money from this stuff goes right to stocks, cryptos, and all that for my investing, because I need to make some good money this year, and I said I wanted to make 260, and obviously not going to do that with trucking. If I can do like 180, 170 with trucking, that would be cool. This is a good shot. building my legacy off these two things right here. This one's making it very difficult, but this one's gonna get all new parts. So hopefully we do better with this one. This one's just gonna be a backup turd that makes decent power. So, and I've been messing with the spring pressure on this thing. Obviously, I have somebody working on making me a nice cover for that. I need to get him the size so he knows what to cut out, but I'm having some issues doing that. But this thing has been working really good. I've had to adjust the spring a little bit because with heat cycles and everything, the spring's getting hot. So it definitely needs a little bit more adjustment. I adjusted it yesterday, but I'm gonna do it again. We're kind of, with this here, everybody's been asking, we think that the filter, for one, the filter, it's probably a number of things, but one, the filter's probably clogged. Two, nobody mentioned, except Mike, that there's an actual special type of hose that actually works for these push locks, so we don't have the right hose. It's not leaking now, so it's not a big deal, but we do think that at least the filters are bad, so I'm gonna get 2 filters ordered. I'm gonna throw new filters in it. We're not gonna run waste oil with this new setup. We're gonna try it out, and if it runs good, I'll stop running the waste oil. But I've been running it for like a year and a half, and you know, it took some time to have some issues with it, but it's been like a year and a half I've been running it, and I'm still on the same lift pump. So we'll do these first. If it still does it, then I'll get a lift pump. But we're pretty sure that the filters are probably clogged at this point. So at least this first one here. So we'll try that, and we'll go from there. So it's pretty cold out here, guys. Check out the links in the description. Mud flap code, Coinbase. I got my wallets down there for cryptocurrencies. I have my Amazon affiliate links down there. If you guys need anything, I get a kickback from that. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video. Peace out. Have a good day.